Russia, I mean, you do see some international capital in the logistics space. I mean, REIM in Russia would probably say, hey, what about us? We're not local. But they have a very strong local team, but it's an AIM-listed company. And they've been quite successful in building their portfolio. And I think, AIG, Lincoln, people like this have developed there. So, I mean, the fundamentals being so, I mean, I can't really speak about Turkey, but I've had some experience in Russia, and the fundamentals are so compelling that it's simply a matter of time before more international capital goes, and there is no doubt an extreme shortage of good quality logistics, particularly around Moscow.
Yeah, the stuff if you were to go there, that you might want to buy, they simply won't get sold to you because it's been funded off really quite compelling levels, and there is a real supply shortage, and anyone that's in that market and really operating in it knows at the moment that they're onto a good thing. Albeit I think that there is a liquidity gap with the wider capital markets in Russia at the moment. But
sure. I mean, I think that's absolutely right. And if you speak to Anton and Glyn, who run REIM in Russia, I mean, there is a liquidity issue because they do a lot in the regions, and there's probably no one who's going to buy it. So you may be sitting on something that's yielding 14%, but you probably never get out, and as a result, their share price is still trading at a big discount to NAV. But I think that's not so much the case in Moscow. But I think James is right. People who have the assets, they don't want to sell them. If you want product, you want exposure, you're probably going to have to build it yourself. Because when we looked at where we might invest, and we have in fact some flexibility. Up to 20% of the fund we could invest in Russia if we wanted. And we looked a lot at Poland as well, and it's interesting what these guys are saying about it's a hot market, because from a sort of investor perspective, my view is, yes, it is a good market, it's got a great economic story, and I'm sure there is good occupational demand. But what I struggle with is the cap rates, because to me there's no real premium anymore in the pricing of assets in Poland versus, say, what you can find in Western Europe. You're seeing assets trading around 8, 8.25, 8.5 maybe, but you can get that type of level in the UK. Maybe not with super prime, but if you eke it out, I think you can certainly invest around 7.5, 7.75. Because we were thinking, actually, if we really want a yield pop, we should go to Russia and buy at 11, 12%. But as I said, there's no product, so we're not doing it. But if there was, we might.
That's interesting. Now there is actually Dmitry here. Is from Russia.
Good morning. I'm from Russian investment and development company, Accent. We started 5 years ago. We invested. We've got asset under management about $500 million. We do our business in retail sector, logistics, and offices. As for at the moment, if you look at the current market situation, I mean industry in logistics and retail, we consider our strategy in these sectors because of we see that both sectors were recovered after crisis, when in terms of vacancy rates, in terms of rent rates, and we believe that the Russian market it's huge market, and we see big opportunities in investments in the Russian market, and especially in these sectors. And we understand that for international investors it's not easy to understand Russian reality, but we believe that opportunities and this huge country with huge population will be interested for all investors. We see that local investment market is very attractive, and we believe that local investors will start investments in real estate, and what we need at the moment is just to bring some international knowledge, international experience to the market, and to create good quality property. That's our vision, just what we need at the moment. And in this connection, we see also that practically, as somebody told, practically all international companies, all manufacturing companies, they have entered to the market. They build manufacturers. BMW has a manufacturing company. Daimler also, Toyota, and other production company and distribution company. And they need from logistics point of view, they need the same quality of facility and the same quality of service that they used to have in Europe. That's our vision of local trends.